Okay, y'all. I'm getting ready to make Phil's meatloaf. Okay? So here we go. I've got the oven preheating to 325. I've got my roaster lid ready to go. Now, I haven't heard back from Phil on whether you put the meat directly in the roaster with 1 inch of water, but I have to think that that's what he meant because he would have said, put this in a Pyrex dish and set your dish in the roaster and put 1 inch of water in there. He didn't say that. Okay, so I've got my ground beef and I'm only using 1 pound. Okay, now Phil made some good observations. If I was going to do a dry run and then I was going to do a real one and I used 2 pounds every time, I'd be giving meatloaf away not only to my neighbors but to my neighbors' family. So we're doing 1 pound of ground beef. I poured out my seasoning. I'm going to use half of this because McCormick's package says to use 2 pounds. I've got 2 slices of bread here. I might just use 1.5. Got a little dish of water here. Now I'm going to tell y'all, oh, and I didn't have a white onion, so we're going to have red onion. This is really a leap of faith for me. I hate soggy bread. I do. People that can get a sandwich and they can cut it in half and then they can eat the rest of it later. Oh, no. Okay, so let's see here. What do I need to do? I'm going to cut this onion. You know what? I better get my only good sharp knife that I have. Now he said to cut this small, I think. So I'm going to do that. Now I can tell you, for oh, you're done. For Mr. Terry, you cannot cook with too much onion or too much garlic. And Phil did not say a word. You notice I'm not running through this like a chef because I would be fingerless and thumbless and a bunch of lisses. But he didn't say anything about garlic, so there's not going to be any garlic. I might should have taken off one more skin of this onion, but we're going to go with it. This looks like a lot of onion, y'all. I've always put onion in my meatloaf. I've put a little bit of garlic and green pepper. And you've probably noticed that, you know, I use green pepper in a lot of stuff. Not my French toast. Okay. Alrighty. We'll just sprinkle that onion in there. I hope purple onion is okay with you, Phil. Alright. Now, he didn't say lay the bread in there. He didn't say lay the bread in there and, you know, whatever. So I'm just going to cut it in little pieces. And I mean, I'm going to dip it as fast as I can. You see how sharp this knife is? I can't even hardly cut bread with it. I've got to get a good knife. You have to have at least one. Right? He didn't say how big to cut the pieces, so, you know, I'm doing them fairly small. Like I said in the other video, you guys, I usually use crackers. Let's give them a toss with this water. Woo! It just soaked that up. I think this is probably, well, you might as well use them all. I think I have to add just a tad more water in there to get this bread wet. I can't remember what I was saying, y'all. I'm so enthralled by this recipe. Now let me see here. Come here, baby. Okay. So I'm going to have to eyeball this, okay? Because I don't really know. There's 1/2 of a tablespoon. I'm saying that's half of that mixture right there. Now, he said, I do believe, he said onion, breadcrumbs or bread, the mix something or other. Come on, y'all, help me out. Y'all, this is so crazy. Okay, now this is the part that is really kind of gross to me. Now, it's kind of hard for me to believe, Phil, that just these few ingredients, and this feels pretty bonk. It feels pretty wet. Can y'all hear that? That sounds pretty wet. I just want to make sure everything's kind of, especially McCormick, hello, that the spices are mixed in there good. So when you take a bite out of this, it's not going to be real heavy in one spot and not in another. Now, when I have gloves on, I can, you know, play with this gross stuff quite a bit. Now, dang, Phil, you know, y'all, I can't raise my camera up because I'm goopy. Let me see. There we go. It's hard for me to believe that I'm going to put this chunk of meat into that roaster, and I'm going to put enough water in there to be an inch deep. But that's what he said to do. I swear, y'all. Anybody that wants a copy of his email, you just email me. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. He put it in the comments anyway. Now, Phil, there's still plenty of time, sweetie. I'm just wondering if, you know, it's pretty sticky. There's still time for Phil to come, and y'all know by now that I'm going to make ribs for Terry's special day, but he's still going to be eating this. And he's going to be so shocked and so surprised to get birthday cards from some of y'all. Anytime I say, so-and-so said to tell you hi, or whatever, he just gets this big old smile on his face, especially if it comes from another country. But I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared of this meatloaf. I've never been scared of a meatloaf or any other loaf. Loafing around. Okay, I'm probably working it too much and the gluten's gonna come out and it'll be tough. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. Phil, please. Okay. All right, y'all. Hang on. There's my pan. I didn't get my ketchup out, but even if I had gotten it out, I couldn't do it. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. Here we go. Oh, he looks like an Easter egg. I better kind of straighten that out a little bit. Yeah, I can see where 2 pounds would fit in this roaster. I tell you what, if this recipe comes out, I'm going to be really, really pleasantly shocked. Phil, I don't doubt you and your culinary abilities at all. It's just my ability to have faith in me replicating your culinary skill. Now, this is my favorite part right here. Getting those off. Okay, gotta get the ketchup. All right, I think this is a brand new, yep. So I gotta, y'all, I am not looking forward. I know y'all are going, do this, do this, do this. I am not looking forward to the time when I cannot open my own jars. I'm not. Oh. Little squirt of ketchup. Okie dokie. Let me put that lid back on before I have a whole roaster full of ketchup, which would be okay. Are you sure, Phil, you didn't mean an inch of ketchup in the bottom? I'm scared, y'all. I am. Get my measuring cup out here. Okay, onion, McCormick's, bread soaked in water, ketchup, and of course the hamburger meat. All right, here we go. Oh, look at this, y'all. Now, I got to turn my water on so it's going to be hot because I've got my gloves off and I'm going to have to spread this ketchup with my hands. They're going immediately into the warm water. You know what? I'm not sure that's enough ketchup because I'm not going to be able to grab this bottle again. Terry and I love it. It's cold. This is kind of like frosting a cake by hand. Now, I told y'all I usually use, oh, you are so cute. I usually, hot. I usually use, cracker crumbs in my meatloaf instead of bread. And, I would use about, okay, y'all, you gotta admit that's kind of cute. Isn't that cute? Okay. A cup of water. I mean, not a cup. An inch of water. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is scary. Phil, I'm going to send you the bill if this ruins my pound of hamburger meat. Okay, y'all, I'm doing it. Wow. Okay, y'all. I'm going to take this baby over. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm putting it in the oven. It's preheated to 325. And I'm going to leave it for an hour and a half. He said, do not open the oven. Don't take the lid off. Leave it in there. And it'll be perfect. Okay. I'm going to let y'all go now. And I'll let you know what happens. Bye now.